And we are here every Saturday at 2 o'clock Central and talking all things ability and then some. We are excited. Actually, we've got some very guests joining us today. And to do some introductions, I'm going to go and bring Emily in to get us rolling. So, Emily, over to you.
Okay, so we'll start with our guest. We met through the Happy Neighborhood Project, and this been and Don is in the health and wellness thing, and is also a veteran. And so, Don, are you there to talk?
Yes, ma'am. Whatever you need.
All right, so I'm gonna bring you in
Hi,
here.
Welcome.
So I was just here to see you, but Don, you want to take a minute or so, or say about who you are, what you do?
Sure, I'll take a little more than a minute, but I'll be glad to.
Go right ahead.
Anytime you're ready. You ready for me to go now?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yeah, whenever you're ready.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Don Crumlin here. I am a certified health and wellness consultant, and I like to blend what I call wellness in motion concept, whereas you have the fitness component and the nutrition in order to bring you into total wellness. Now, part of what I teach is the basic three-legged stool method of flexibility, strength. All know familiar with three-legged stool. All legs have to be in balance in order for you not follow it to still be stable. So in order to be happy, healthy, well, and safe in all of the things that you do, whether it's hiking or biking or whatever your activity is, and like I said, my theme is always wellness in motion, you need to make sure that your foundation, just like you build a house foundation first before you put the window dressing and all the other good things in there. And so the stool are flexibility, strength, and endurance. So the weight is a lot of strength, not necessarily a lot of flexibility and endurance. The distance runners, lots of endurance, not necessarily a lot of flexibility and strength. And the yoga is lots of flexibility, not necessarily a lot of strength and endurance. And you cannot a poor diet. So I bring together the nutritional side. So our website is all plant-based, gluten-free, vegan, and kosher, all natural, all organic, have over 200 vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and adaptogens. And also the differentiator is it's rated as a food, a higher designation than supplements. Well, how does that make a difference? Because with concentrated food, there's no problem with age, pregnancy, or interaction with any medications. Additionally, everything is all natural. It's Mother Nature knows best. So the difference in food and the supplements is that supplements only have a 28% usable absorbing nutritional value in terms of how much is actually absorbed when you take the product. The rest of it literally goes right through you. And with concentrated food, you have a 98% usable nutritional absorption rate. So you're automatically, instantly getting a much bigger bang for the buck, as well as the fact that, as I said, Mother Nature knows best. Everything that's good for you is in it. It's all the good and none of the bad. And there are no artificial chemicals, etc., in all of the products. I'll give you an example for the weightlifters. They're familiar with whey proteins that you buy commercially. If you were to take those commercial products and take them to an independent lab, it's not going to say this on the label, but you'll find toxins, carcinogens, heavy metals, all that sort of thing. Aren't, based on my research, and once again, I'm a certified health and wellness consultant, is the only product that is totally clean of any of those negative issues. So there are no artificial anything and chemicals, etc., all of that stuff. None of that is in any of our products. And once again, it's concentrated food, not supplements. And my name is Don Crumlin, and that's what I like to do. I like to help people with their wellness issues, whether they're just trying to feel better, weight transformation, weekend warrior, professional athlete, and everybody in between. Do I have time to talk about my background a little bit, or is my time up?
No, please do. I'd love to hear more.
Okay.
We've got a couple other people we'll bring in after as well, and they can join the conversation. But go ahead and tell us a bit more about your background, and then we'll bring you.
My background. I spent a little bit of time in the military. Desert Shield, Desert Storm, Kosovo conflict, and I was mission support commander during Operation Iraqi Freedom. So I've done a few things. I also was the senior quality advisor for the Medi-Cal account for all of California for 16 years. So I have a little bit of exposure to in that environment, every malady under the sun. In the Air Force environment, I helped design the modern fitness standard for the Air Force and each military branch, and I also worked with them to develop their customized version of it. So we originally had a run-walk test of 1.5 miles, and people would drive a desk for 364 days and then try and get out on the track and gut it out through the fitness test. We were losing about 6 people per year doing that. I was a young major at the time at the Numbered Air Force. I was a section chief. General Whaley, who was a no-nonsense guy, 2-star general. He came into my office. He said, "You're this wellness fitness guy. Fix this or else." So I was highly motivated, and I came up with a program that involved measurements. It involved the BMI. I included the run-walk test, but I also added calisthenics, sit-ups, push-ups, that kind of thing, along with the measurements, and I developed a nutritional plan to go with it, because once again, as I said, as a foundational thing, you cannot outwork a poor diet. So all that junk food and all of that other stuff has to go. And we had people that were really in bad shape, had to have a monthly plan worked out where they were measured on a monthly basis, and they had to show progress in order to not be eliminated from the service. The people that were borderline had a quarterly test. Once again, they had to show progress. And for the gym rats,
co-host.
Are you?
with book lovers group that meets on Thursday night.
Excellent.
So where else we go? But
Love that. Yeah, because Emily and Kurt are almost in Wisconsin, Minnesota. So we're on. Actually, another friend that we do the Happy Neighborhood Project is Marianne of Waikiki. So I wonder if we can go. I'm not sure if you guys have met yet.
Yeah.
You guys have, okay. Let me bring you on in here, and I'll have to bring her in because I passed the host over to you, and now so introduce yourself to everybody as well.
Well, aloha. Thank you so much for having us here every Saturday on the World of Ability. Why not me? Why is a fun word today, and then a little bit later. Yes, and so it's my Marianne of Waikiki is my book author name, my sign language name, Marianne of Waikiki, and I'm the author and developer on coloring books of the Acts of Kindness series. Books are written for animation movies with sign language characters, 200 folk animal characters, with soundtrack by a local Hawaiian artist, Lucy and the Babe. And the guitar sounds like whales and dolphins. So it's back to school season. And through having neighborhood projects, I was the co-host in Hawaii, where I became the sign language interpreter for the H&P Ability Group. And I'm in San Carlos, Mexico now. I sailed down here, my neighbor from Hawaii. And so I'm getting back into networking with H&P. And I'm sorry I missed the Asian book lovers. We kind of had with my attorney. We're experiencing a hurricane that's passing by again. So we had a captain's club meeting. And anyway, so yes, I'm here. And I talk about hearing loss. That's my background. I was a case manager with the deaf back in Grand Rapids, Michigan over, 33 years ago when President Bush signed the American Disabilities Act at that time. And we have another partner, Trevor Gibbs, out of Orlando, has a charity revolution who evaluates whether to make sure you're ADA compliant. And if you're not, businesses in USA can receive up to a $75,000 fine. So I had an amazing busy week networking with Trevor Gibbs yesterday, who reevaluating our new website. It's Axe.com. You can see the book flyers. We're uploading the animation videos of the signing characters for the books. And we have our World of Ability section, so people can contact us. We're going to be putting Trevor Gibbs in there. So again, we're uploading it. And the good back to school season. So all classroom teachers, so there's 30,000 schools, 3,000 deaf, blind, autistic schools. Teachers can request the book from donorschoose.org. It takes about 10 minutes. A special ed teacher in Hawaii introduced it to me after my first book signing tour in Southwest Florida to Virginia, and book sign at Key West Aquarium and Marathon Aquarium. And I came back and she requested the book, posted it, and in 2 weeks she got funded in, or posted 50 books. Excuse me, she requested 50 books. She was funded in 2 weeks. So Amazon sent out the book to the classroom. They started reading the first book called Underwater Acts of Kindness. Thank you, Sue, for Ocean Cleanup, which features Noah, the hard of hearing whale, who is recruited by the general of the New Earth Army to tackle the Great Pacific Garbage Patch between Hawaii and California. And Noah loses his hearing in his boating accident and is rehabilitated by a hermit crab named Dr. Fingers, the finger spelling hermit crab, at the Rehab Clinic. So you can meet all these characters in their new videos again on the website, actsofkindnessseries.com. So Don, we have 500 million people worldwide now, especially military moms and dads coming home from being of service who can't hear their own children or grandchildren. And I had the opportunity to actually sign with the Air Force Band in Honolulu. I was invited by our Chamber of Commerce president, the late Marcia Joyner, to come down and bring the puppets at the bandstand while they played. The kids danced and interact, and we had a great time. The musicians were like, what's this and what's going on? But we all got this solo experience. And I actually got to do some lunch and learn shows at the Hickam Air Force Base and the Army base. I met some of the generals. They brought us up for a luncheon. I had the care of signing and greeting with the chickens. Just great fun and entertainment to share with. So
fantastic. For those that don't mean thank you in Hawaiian. And I was in Air Force Base for wartime planning for headquarters packing. So familiar with Hawaii and the work you're doing with your program and your cause.
Thank you. Well, we need to share this worldwide, and through, again, Happy Neighborhood Projects, we met Lawrence Wingate Studios, in North Carolina. He's retired Army, so he's received the books, and he's supporting this Saturday shows as well. So the vision and mission, Don, is to bring these books into animation movies, and they're educational not only for ocean cleanup. My second book is Rabbit Acts of Kindness Rules Anti-Bullying Month, which introduces Harry the Hard of Hearing Rat, Chelsea the Courageous Sign Language Chicken.
Boy, that sounds like fun. Fun with learning.
Upload videos at all ages of the heart. So, and the website is available 24/7. And we have a short book called Pono the Hawaiian Polo Pony, and who has a writer. And we're getting the books over there to help support Maui Strong with fundraising. Leanne McLaughlin, a regular guest, is donating 2 filter to Maui schools. So he's been diligently working on emailing and finding out what we can do in the community. He's also getting prepared for his Sedona fundraising show in the next week. He's bringing filters to 40 countries. He's part of the United Nations. American airline ambassadors working with him. And Bill Gates recognized him for a 5th year in a row for his amazing work. And in our 4th book, or 3rd animation movie book, is called Cool Acts of Kindness for Climate Change, which featuring Waterflow, the whale, and FLOW will be the acronym for the love of water. And working with my Suzanne Sims, she relocated to Guadalajara, Mexico. I'm in San Carlos, Mexico now. And we have applied for 2 grants from Awesome Foundation in Hawaii to write the book. And there's also a separate part of it for persons with disabilities. So again, anybody can apply for these monthly grants of up to $1,000. So I'm real excited and manifesting that we receive them so we can write these books. And again, through Happy Neighborhood Projects, Helppedia, Maury, and Phil introduced me to Deep L. And Trevor Gibbs just helped me break down the books because they're too large for Deep L to translate the books into 30 different languages. So we'll be starting with Spanish next month. And I made a connection with Argot Gold over here that brings books to the Spanish deaf schools down here. So a lot of networking. And Donna, I don't know if you knew too, Subaru in Hawaii for the month of August gave $25,000 to classroom teachers requesting products from Donors Choose. We can multiply that into these other states. So with your connections in California, we can, help get these books there. I sent the books to Natalia, who's a teacher, an elementary theater teacher in Los Angeles, who's going to share it with her school district. And we need to get these books out there. So again, you can get books and the coloring books, learning the finger spelling alphabet, all on the Acts of Kindness series.com. And there's links to take you to the app games after you read the chapters of the books and learn the finger spelling alphabet. So I want to pass this over to Barbara. She's a retired teacher and always getting good feedback. So welcome again, Barbara.
Thank you. Let's see where I am. There I am. Thank you. I think so on this phone. But yeah, I'm excited. I just got to do a speech about failures. And I asked everyone, think of any dreams that you had, any failures that you had to go through. And we talked about someone who wanted to have a political office and got rejected 7 times, tried everything, to be a senator, rejected, to be a speaker, to have lease land officer, to finally trying to be vice president 7 times, tried 7 times, got rejected. About a woman who wanted to solve a problem and she did 487 different experiments, all that failed. And when, her husband went, this isn't going to work. This could take 100 years. Her response was, that would be such a pity because this can help people. Well, I'm not going to quit as long as I'm alive. And the person who so wanted to put out children's books, he went to 54 different publishers, got rejected every single time that, his work wasn't good enough. Another gentleman who wanted to do, he wanted to do cartoons, and he was told as he was trying to put himself out there that, you don't have the talent that's needed. You got to try to find something else to do. You're not good at this. And I can keep going on. I want to tell you that that first person who failed 7 times every time he tried to do something in politics, in 1860, he was nominated and won as president of the United States, and that was Abraham Lincoln. The lady that said she wasn't going to quit because she was going to make a difference, that turned out to be Madame Curie, who finally was able to isolate radium and create X-rays, and she helped so many people in the military who would have lost limbs in their lives if not for what she did. The person that kept being rejected 54 times, or you don't, your book's not good, that was Ed Geisel, and he's somebody that we all are familiar with the name Dr. Seuss, for the person that wanted to do cartoons and ended up wouldn't quit, kept being told you don't have the talent. He ended up being able to work for a church in the church newspaper, and he was actually didn't have a place to be. He was working at the garage, or mice running around, which is the clue that now we not only know him, Walt Disney, but we know about one of the mice that was keeping him company. And if you hear what Ayn Rand did to become the writer she was, and how hard she worked, the woman who wanted to be the best swimmer in the world, and her incredible discipline, getting up 4:30 every morning, even when she didn't want to. And she could get herself, she had to study too, she had to do school, so she knew when she would have 10 minutes here that she was going to study in 15 minutes here, and was able to excel. And Rand actually went to study about being an architect when she was going to do the Fountainhead. She wanted to show what one person could do with their work. And then she went to work with architects. And when she met Lloyd Wright, who was considered one of our greatest architects at his time, he said, I can't believe how well you understand what it is to be an architect. And she would be up, she wouldn't eat until after 12 o'clock at night. There were 33 days she never came out of her house, just staying so focused. Now we all know her with Fountainhead and Adam Shrugged, and as one of our great writers. So we can talk about Miss America, who kept failing, and what was behind these people and their determination never to accept failure, never to listen to people that said you're not good enough, who, it's as if the universe understood the tremendous efforts they were making, and person enough to person being rewarded because of never quitting. That's something that I really wanted to share today. You guys could relate to what I do.
Yes.
Everyone has a piece of that they can grab onto, because we all fail our way to success, right?
Yeah.
Everything we do, it takes trial and error and figuring out what path am I going down. And it's fun to hear those stories that people that we've heard of, but probably didn't know how they got there. So I love that. Thanks so much for sharing that, Barb.
Thomas Edison, and I also wanted to share that it's boys loving their mother so much.
So thank you guys so much. And again, always welcome to come on back. But Emily, I'm going to pass this on over to you, so you can take this through the end of the show. So thanks so much.
Yeah, Don.
Thank you.
Don, I like that you dubbed yourself as the Chief Fun Officer. Yeah, you're on mute.
I hate when that happens. Yeah, just like it's learning. When you make learning fun, it happens a lot easier, and people stay focused and a lot better. So I like to include fun with everything. With regard to their wellness, obviously that's my passion. And people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And obviously I care about that. So I will and make sure it's an enjoyable journey, because some people get to a point where they're frustrated. Maybe they've tried this and that and the other thing, and it hasn't worked for them. And because of my background, I know what gets results, and that's what I focus on. So it's one size fits one. Whatever the person's wellness focus, issue, challenge is, where I work with them to figure out, okay, where are you now? Where would you like to be? How can we get there in a way that's fun and fulfilling for you in order to accomplish your goals? So that's what I like to focus on, and that's how I like to configure things. Thank you.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes, ma'am.
I have a quick question for you, Don. Again, I apologize. We had to have a voters meeting because of the hurricane, and I missed the book lovers. Tell me a little bit about HNP book lovers.
Well, we just had our first meeting this past Thursday, and we had quite a turnout. We had about 16 people, and which was great for an opening event. And people shared their favorite books, their favorite authors. We talked about different books that people had brought a message to. We had a lot of religious people in there that talked about their stories and experience with the Bible. We had a lot of people that talked about books that they got a lot of fun out of. We talked about books that people got a lot of business effectiveness information, like the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, the book by Dr. Stephen Covey, and going through all of those steps. Be proactive, begin with the end in mind, put first things first, seek first to understand, then to be understood, and it goes on and on from there. So, and naturally, the final one, step number 7, is sharpen the saw, which is an encouragement to keep, even though you think you've reached a circle of etc. You still need to keep pushing your ongoing education and continuing skill set in order to stay on top of your game, basically, as you go forward with that, and to share that. And the whole message, happiness, is to share it with everyone, and the best way to do that is to be happy and make it fun for people. So I try to fall in line with that and emulate that message, and I enjoy what I do with working with all of the wonderful people in all the different areas in the Happy Neighborhood Project, and what I try to share with what I do and the experiences and the knowledge base that I have in order to help people in their wellness journeys. Did that answer your question? I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, it did. So, and I just yeah, no, there's good information to know. So again, if you can help us get the books, out to, your schools in California and the military families, that would be amazing. They're going to love the Acts of Kindness series, and we have great characters with this and being of service. So again, thank you for you being of service. And thank you so much, Emily, for being of service here and the support from Transform You Media and Lawrence Wingate Studios. Aloha. Aloha means hello, and aloha means until we meet again.
So, Don, I understand that you're a musician, right? Good. Or do you?
Yes.
Are you? So,
Yes,
like, or what do you?
I'm in a couple of bands. Well, I make sure before I get distracted that I get my email address to Marianne.
I believe I set up on Monday, 10 o'clock.
Oh, I will look forward to that. Sounds good.
I think it went through.
I will check in just a moment as soon as I answer Emily's question. Yes, I play with the band I play guitar. I have 12 guitars. I play with the band that supports the choir at my church. So I'm performing on stage every Sunday morning. And I also, on a semi-regular basis, play with a very popular R&B band that's local here in the Sacramento area called LSD Band, Love Somebody. And they play country and mostly R&B dance music. But they play basically a little bit of everything. So it's a lot of fun to work with them. And they have very, very talented singers are the main focus of the group, and it's a lot of fun to play with them. So yes, I take my music is something that I enjoy very, very much, and I'm glad an opportunity to play as often as I do.
Do you guys like travel around different places, or just kind of stay local?
Oh yeah, the LSD plays all over the Northern California area.
Oh, okay. That's awesome. Like, how long have you been to the one or both of the? Well, I guess maybe the one band.
Wow. Well, I've been playing church off and on for several years. I'd say about 15, and with the LSD band, I've only been playing for about a year.
Oh.
But before that, I played with several other different bands. I played with let's say band, which was but different. That was an interesting experience. So I played with them for a handful of years. And before that, I played with just various jazz, funk, fusion, pop, and a smattering of, when I was the band leader of the American Heritage Band when I was still in the military. It was very eclectic. We had, and that was interesting. The interesting thing about playing with them was that I was not a fan of country music, but I found out that we had a number of musicians in the band that were, because it was a multicultural band, and we played for the military. And the budget cuts, they used to have a band at every base that played for different functions, and this one that I put together in order to replace that, since the budget cuts had taken that away, was for volunteer musicians to get together, and I led band, and we played at retirements, military picnics, special events like Flag Day, Memorial, those types of things. And I learned that it was fun to play some country music, even though I wasn't a country music fan. So it was very interesting. All of that. So I've been blessed with a very wide range of repertoire with regard to the music that I've been involved in.
That's good.
I just want to put a shout out too with your products too. I got introduced to Happy Neighborhood Products. Mark Segal was a host in Florida. I don't know if you can see it. He's got a product. It's for CBD. It's a spray, and this is from Pain to Power. And I got it when I got it shipped to me when we started sailing from San Diego to Cabo, and you know, seeing a boat is like living in a washing machine, and being bounced around. And I put this spray on my wrist, and within 4 minutes, I was like Pain to Power. And so I highly recommend it. And I just got some shipped down to me again. So I know we have an opportunity to talk about different products. It really works. And I just also want to share with you too, I got a banana here. We love our health insurance agent, Banana Nick. And Nick is also going to be a character in the book Cool Acts of Kindness. He's a banana slug puppet, talking about health insurance and climate change. I'm not quite sure how the story's going to go, but I started experiencing different things with the heat being so extreme down here, and my foot cramped up, and so I'm using some magnesium supplements and eating a lot of bananas, thinking of Banana Nick, and I started the banana diet now that's out there on there too. So cooking up bananas and some spices in the morning, it's filling, and seeing a body change, and just yeah, I got to shift some of that energy with everything down here. So thanks for sharing all your supplements. And again, this is what we do in Happy Neighborhood Projects. And Nick has his lunch and learns. So, and we got the new Book Lovers Club. It's so exciting of how we're expanding these different events and topics through the Happy Neighborhood Project. So again, thank you so much, Emily, for having us here today.
You are very welcome. Oh, Barbara, do you have something you want to say?
Oh no, I'm just excited. I'm proud about watching this effort to create this program, create greater and greater value and more community, and it's beautiful to watch. And just my own being accepted and feeling like
meditation, and I'm grateful that I have a team and my co-writer who wants to work and write with me. Actually, Don, her first husband was the late Colonel James Shannon, who actually wrote the movie Men Who Stare at Goats. And a lesson that we have in the book too, with the New Earth Army, with the general of the New Earth Army and the lessons and all that. So again, it's been a great experience to work with these amazing people. It's a challenge with editing, the redos, the submissions. So you don't want to give up. And I sent a book submission contacted, and they do want to help me publish it. It's expensive, but we got other options. And I know we can self-publish these books. We can bring them into the schools. And again, we have an organization called DonorsChoose.org. It's back to school. And actually in 2019, Good Morning America of dollars to teachers who products on Donors Choose. So we can do that also. We can do it through Happy Neighborhood and through these Saturday shows to get this information to the teachers, how easy it is. Thank you, Subaru Hawaii, for donating $25,000 to classroom teachers requesting products for their classrooms. So not only we have books and colors, finger spelling, alphabet, and it's for all ages of the heart, and they're global topics of what is really happening in our world. So thank you so much for your support, Barbara. And it's going to benefit the world. And we need, Don, we need this out to the military families. We need to find some funding to have Lawrence Wingate Studios to help me bring these into animation movies and to bring these in to the schools and the military bases and have fun with it. And in a way, I've always kind of said, I'm your next J.K. Rowling, Dora the Explorer. We want to retell like Hello Kitty, and no one has done it with sign language characters. And why not me? And the letter Y comes up because this week we were in New York with Kurt, and his name was Curdy. There's a letter Y at the end, and I was like, so I started calling Curdy Roscoff. And then I look up and I see the other guy's names. Mike is Mikey, and then Derek is Dereky. So I'm like, why is this Y coming up? And it was a joke earlier today with us too. So we're still ending it up with a joke here. So why not me, Barbara? Why not me? Why can't I do it? And it's going to benefit the world. So thank you for your support of, not giving up and help vision and the mission, because I know this is going to go global and worldwide. And again, this is what the universe told me what I was my next purpose to do. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you for doing it.
So, John, you're martial arts instructor too?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, that's cool.
Another storyline. Whenever you ask me a question, so sadly, it leads to another big story. Way back when the dinosaurs roamed in my prime, I was with Korean and the USA Taekwondo Olympic teams. So yes, martial arts has been a part of my life for quite a while.
Awesome. Good, thank you, Carrot. And so Carrot put the link to this recording in the chat for everybody's future reference. We're also live streaming to YouTube, so everybody could around. That'd be good too, and I'll send that to everybody as it for their reference. But this show was started a few years ago on July 26th, 2020, on the 30th anniversary of the passage of the Americans with Disabilities Act by then President George H.W. Bush. And would like to the show was started by Kurt and one of our partners, Marcus Hart, Transform You Media. I'd also like to thank our partners of Marcus Hart, Transform You Media, Jay and the Disability, Jay Sloan of the Disability Channel, Zach Clayton of the panel, and Marcy of Wingate Studios. We're playing these shows on their platforms. And Should anybody have any so John, if somebody had any questions, how would they be able to get a hold of you? Or if you stepped away.
Okay.
So how about we go to Marianne?
People can visit, again, the actsofkindnessseries.com is a QR code here. You can see the books. You can visit donorschoose.org. And again, I want to highlight Liam McLaughlin with Clean Water Foundation. He's preparing for fundraising event next couple of weeks in Sedona, Arizona. He's clean water filters to 40 countries. He's part of the United Nations as well as the Ambassador Airlines, American Ambassador Airlines, and he was recognized Gates Foundation for the 5th year in a row. He's also donating 2 filters to Maui schools for Maui Strong, and we also would like an update too, Emily, about the Afro Film Festival happening in October with Jasper. What's the update with that? What are the dates for that?
The Afro Film Festival, as Marianne said, is going to be October 12th, 13th, and 14th in Atlanta, Georgia, at the Auburn Research Library. And so the 3-day event. There's going to, it's a hybrid event, so if you aren't able to attend in person for whatever reason, you'll be able to join us online. And so there's going to be films and speakers and different things going on. So it should be a good time. And there's a website. So the website is film, market summit.org. So that's film market summit.org. To check that out. So if anybody would like to join us in helping with that, we do have a WhatsApp group. So to connect with us, if you're interested in that. We also have other shows that we do throughout the week. And so like the World of Women and others are Ability MK now. So if you're interested or is looking for guests to be on our show, if you are interested in coming on and being a guest, like Marianne, Dunn, and Barbara, they're the day. So to please connect with us. And we are here every Saturday at 2 o'clock. Here every Saturday for the World of Ability at 2 o'clock p.m. Central Time, 3 o'clock Eastern. And So, Marianne, do you have any last words, or how could somebody get a hold of you?
Again, you can visit the new website, actsofkindnessseries.com. You can see all the flyers, see the links to take you to the Apple games. There's 11 app games that are free. You read the books, the chapters. We're going to be uploading the finger spelling alphabet characters. Learn the ASL alphabet, have fun, and so go out and play. I'm Marianne of Waikiki, and thank you, Curdy Roscoff. We'll call you Donnie, Emily, and Barbie. That's the Y theme. And why not me? Thank you so much for the inspiration of all those amazing thought leaders, founders who brought amazing works to us through their lifetime. Thank you again, Barbara. So thank you, Don. Looking forward to Monday's conversation with you. And again, Emily, it's a pleasure. We love being here on the World of Ability, and sponsored by Transforming Media and Lawrence Wingate Studios. And aloha. Adios, amigas and amigos. And in Mexico.
And do you have any last words, or how would somebody get a hold of us if they had any?
Anyway, feel free to explore the website. Contact me any way you wish. Any questions, be more than happy to with anybody and answer them for you. And products, like I said, are rated as food, which is a higher designation than supplements. So 98% absorption, usable absorption rate versus 28% for supplement. Worth taking a look at for those of you that are not familiar. I'm all about helping adults in.
Barbara, do you have any last words to say?
Can we? Yeah, I mean, Don saying, I don't know, like his complete name, find his website, or so that I need to hear from.
It's all right there in the chat area. Can you see the chat? Are you able to see the chat area, Barbara? Hello? That's Barbara?
Or otherwise, Barbara, I can send it to you as well.
Okay, yeah, that'd be fine.
But I'd like to thank you, Don, for coming on. Barbara, it was a good time.
Absolutely. Thank you for inviting me. You're glad to be of service.
And
are we signing off now? Or
and
are
so
there any other questions, or what would you like to do from here?
I think we are.
Are you still recording?
Okay, so I want to thank everybody for whoever joins us today, and you have a safe and productive week.
Thank you. You too.
Record.
Thank you, Don.
You're very welcome. Take care. God bless. We'll see you next time.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye.